Yo, give me a second. About to start in a few. What's good in the chat? What up? Talk to me. What y'all think about that Secret Invasion, man, the finale? I know y'all got something to say. Why you say that though? No, I'm running a little late. I'm coming though. Give me 1 second. Set some shit up real quick. D Stizzy, what up? Yep. Another mediocre attempt. Huh? We're gonna get into it. We are gonna get into it.
had a whole lot of superstars on this stage here tonight, but I want y'all to know one thing. This is my motherfucking house.
Yo, what is good? What's up? What's up, my beautiful people? I got the cup all in the way. What is good? What is good, man? I appreciate y'all coming in, joining Blues House Live, man. You know who I am. I'm the homie Bluminati, man. Rocking solo tonight. It's all right. Give the homie some time off to do what they got to do. They'll be right back with me next week. You know how we get down, man. What is good in the chat? Got the homie D Stizzle up in this joint. Got the homegirl Serenity up in this joint. Come one, come all, man. Let's have a good time today. We're gonna have a good time talk about this Blue Beetle, man. Talk a little bit about this Kevin Spacey. If y'all were or still are a fan of Kevin Spacey, he got acquitted of all charges. I want to talk about what that means in the future for him, and maybe how the implications that has for Jonathan Majors as well. We're gonna talk a little bit about that. Then we're going to get into the main topic today, which would be the Secret Invasion Disney Plus show. Episode 6 dropped, ended in a lackluster disaster. And I say disaster, I should have capitalized that shit. Because going forward, I don't know what the MCU can do going forward after the big-ass mistake that they made in episode 6. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. All righty then. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle seems to be on track to be one of the another dud for DC. DC just can't get right, y'all. They can't get right, man. They cannot get right where my notes at. So Blue Beetle is currently projected to open between 12 million to 17 million. That would be a horrible, huge disappointment for DC. It'll be opening up worse than Shazam Fury of the Gods, which came out earlier this year. That's saying a lot. I need DC to... I don't know what to say. They keep releasing this. And I'm a fan. I think Blue Beetle could go on, if done correctly, can go on and be the Spider-Man for DC. I think that could happen, right? But now I don't know. I really don't know, man. I don't know if the fans have just checked out. I don't know if I just think the fans have checked out. I think the Snyderverse... You know what I'm saying? I think the Snyderverse people aren't going to see these movies because it has nothing to do with the Snyderverse. And I think that's lame. I think that's whack. I think if you're a fan of DC, you're a fan of DC, regardless who's in control of it. But yeah, man, it's a couple of reasons that they say this box office opening weekend is expected to be so low. It's received small marketing. They haven't put any marketing money into marketing this film. I think the reason why is because this film was supposed to be an HBO Max, or a Max exclusive. That's what it was supposed to do. If y'all remember Batgirl, this Blue Beetle and Batgirl were greenlit around the same time. Batgirl didn't make it. They said, get the fuck out of here with Batgirl. Blue Beetle, on the other hand, kept its spot. Not only did it keep its spot, it got elevated to a theatrical release, right? There's only been a trailer for the film released back in, or did we get a second trailer? I don't know if we even got the second trailer yet. But this is in like, DC normally has been pushing their films. There's been, you know what I'm saying, a lot of marketing behind their films. The Batman got a lot of marketing. Black Adam got a lot of marketing. I mean, a lot of the Black Adam marketing was just The Rock doing what he does best, and I think he got a bad shake. Even the Flash got a lot of marketing. All of one except for the Batman, Black Adam, the Flash, Shazam, they all duds, as far as box office success wise. I think I never watched Shazam 2. Didn't watch it. Black Adam I thought was a pretty good film. I thought it was pretty good, you know. And this Flash movie I thought was actually pretty good, but I just don't think the audience cares anymore. I don't think the DC fandom cares, right? Because they have no implications on anything going forward. I think they fumbled the bag. I think James Gunn them fumbled the bag when they came out and said what they said about the remaining films, right? You got these remaining films, and you're not. They should have just scrapped it. And I said that for DC to come back to the game, they would have to scrap everything that they had previously going for. But instead, now they're just gonna put these movies out and lose money. You see what I'm saying? I don't think they should have finished none of these shit. Aquaman, Flash, which went through hell and back, especially when you're dealing with Ezra Miller. Black Adam, I think, had potential. I think they should have waited on Black Adam and found out a way to put him into what James Gunn is going on. Because I think they fumbled the bag. I think they fumbled some shit with Black Adam. Shazam. Same thing. Maybe they could have waited, said, nope, we're going to stop right here. We're just going to stop, full reset, full stop, full reset. That's what they should have did. But did they do that shit? No, they still giving out movies. I don't want to call them trash, but they not performing. Not performing, man. I don't believe in superhero fatigue, but some people might think that it's just superhero fatigue. I don't think that. I don't think it's superhero fatigue. I think the people are just being more selective at what's going on, going to see, right? A lot of people don't know who Blue Beetle is, so of course he's not going to have that big drastic opening. WB doesn't have that brand. DC doesn't carry that brand that Marvel has, that Disney has, right? They don't have that. They got the characters, what, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But they don't have the other characters. The DC brand, just that emblem don't mean shit to none of the audience. Marvel, when the audience sees that Marvel logo come up, they be like, oh shit, it's Marvel. When that DC logo come up, they looking around, not even paying attention. Oh, the DC logo, oh, who gives a fuck? Their brand is Batman. Their brand is Superman. Those things mean more than the actual DC brand itself, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it's got some I think Blue Beetle is gonna have some tough competition at the box office when it comes out. Like I said, people are being real selective. Do I wait? That's another thing too. With these companies and their streaming channels, I can just wait. I can just wait and see if Blue Beetle is good. I could watch it at the house. I got Max. I know y'all gonna throw that shit on there. I'll just wait. Watch it at the house. You're not giving me anything that makes me want to go spend my damn near $20 for a ticket to go see the Blue Beetle. Then the budget, I know the budget is crazy. It's probably, the budget's got to be over 100 million. Budget is over 100 million. Probably pushing 150. Might be pushed up 200. Who knows? Bad decision with the money, though. Horrible decision with the money. Right? And that's a lot of these movies flop because they made bad decisions with the money. And we're going to talk about, I want to talk about that when it comes to Secret Invasion also. Bad decision with the money. Bad decision with the money. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Are y'all going to check out Blue Beetle in the movies? Are we rushing? Do you think the audiences, do you think Joe Blow is going to see it? Do you think the homegirl down the street, down the block is going to see it? You think she getting all her kids, her husband, her boyfriend? Or is the boyfriend saying, hey, come on, we got to go watch Blue Beetle? You think that's happening? Y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know. Let me see what's going on in these comments real quick. All righty. Let me see. Y'all talk about Secret Invasion on that. Let me see facts. D Sizzle says embarrassing, and I'm half joked about this film making less than yeah, making less than Shazam 2, man. It's gonna be bad. And I think Blue Beetle could have the potential, but I think the timing is bad. I just think the timing is bad. Y'all got to do something better to make fans more excited for, because Blue Beetle is what? Why should I care about Blue Beetle? Tell me that. Against 120 million. You know this going to lose money. You know this film is going to lose money, man. It's going to lose money. I like the character, but there's not enough WBDC audience goodwill to right. They wasted their sweat equity on the Snyder stuff, right? They move away from that. They weaponized their fandom. Hate to say it, they weaponized their fandom, which in turn probably turned the regular normies off from it. Because the Snyder guys, they're dictating the market. They're dictating the marketplace when it comes to these films. I guarantee you they are. Agree. Who wants to support a film knowing these actors won't continue? Yeah, just silly, man. Just silly. Just silly. Won't. Just stupid, man. Stupid. 120. Yeah, 120, man. 120. Nico, what up? What up? What up? What up? Nico says we didn't get to Charlie at the end of Secret. Nope. Hey, we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about it. They should just put Zach in charge for DC. What's the? I think James Gunn is the right choice. I don't have an issue with James, because the thing is, James Gunn hasn't done anything yet. His fingerprints aren't on anything. And now, from what I understand, he's distancing. I can't even say it right. He's removing himself far away from even this film, even though he's gone back and said the Blue Beetle will be a part of the DCU, but this isn't the first DCU film. So he's saying that he wants to use Blue Beetle in the future, but this film, if y'all don't like it, just remember I didn't do this shit. That's basically what he's saying, right? That's basically what he's saying. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about Blue Beetle, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Blue Beetle. All right. We're going to keep this thing trezucking. Kevin Spacey. Y'all, before I get into it, are y'all fans of Kevin Spacey? Do y'all know who Kevin Spacey is? House of Cards. What other shit? He's been in a lot of shit. Kevin Spacey was one of those. Kevin Spacey was like was like a Denzel type actor. Dude was top of the line, upper echelon. Think he's got 2 Oscars. He was one of them. He was him. I can't take that away from him. He was him. That House of Cards shit was raw. He was him. Kevin Spacey was him. Yeah, great body of work, Serenity. Great body of work, right? He was him. You know, but I think it was 2017, he was accused of sexual assault by several men. And these offenses allegedly took place between 2005 and 2013. Now I didn't know Kevin Spacey was into that persuasion. I didn't know he swung that way, but seems like Kevin Spacey, and that's his prerogative. It's when, he's into guys. That's cool. That's on him. He denied the allegations. You know what I'm saying? The trial lasted for 3 weeks. And on Wednesday, July 26th, a jury acquitted him of all counts. All of them. And as such, this verdict was met mixed reviews. Some people relieved that he's been cleared of charges. Others disappointed that the victims will not get justice. Now, this was in the court in UK, because that's where everything went down at. Spacey came out and said he is deeply grateful for the verdict, and that he is looking forward to the future. He said that one article I was reading, he said that it's some studios who were just waiting on him to get this acquittal, and they're gonna put him right back in movies, right? Some people have questioned the way the case was handled. For example, the victims were not allowed to testify at the trial, and this led to some people to believe that Spacey was given an unfair advantage. Right? Normally, the victims get up there. You know what I'm saying? When I say sob story, don't. I'm not saying that in a negative, but they get to tell their story. And when they tell their story, normally, it's very emotional. That's why I say sob story, not saying that they were lying or not. But you get up there with the emotions. The jury gets to see these emotions. They get to, try to get a connection, an emotional connection with the jury. Those 12 people in that jury box and things of that nature, they didn't get the opportunity to do so. So some people are saying that's an unfair advantage. This is a crazy development into the Me Too movement. Believe all victims, that type of things. It's real high profile case of celebrities being acquitted of these sexual assault charges is, it's kind of, I won't say it's unprecedented, but it's happening more and more. We just saw Johnny Depp, you know what I'm saying? Even Bill Cosby, right? Bill Cosby. And some say it's raising the question the way these cases are being handled. Now, what we know is going on in the world that we live in is the Jonathan Majors situation, right? And the reason why I want to put these two together, Jonathan Majors, Kevin Spacey, reason why I want to talk about both of these. Kevin Spacey is saying, hey, I've been acquitted. Can I get back to work? Can I get back to work? Y'all should hire me. I was trying to tell y'all these motherfuckers was lying on me. I ain't worked since they kicked me off a House of Cards. It was another movie I was supposed to be in. Y'all switched me out, swapped me out the same way they did. They did Jamie Foxx with the clone. I'm just joking. But you know what I'm saying? He hasn't been able to work since the allegations. He's been acquitted. My question is, should he be allowed to work? Should he be able to step right back into if House of Cards are still going on? Should he be able to step right back into that? Now, remember, House of Cards was a cornerstone show for Netflix. That was, you know what I'm saying? That was Netflix's face card. No pun intended, for a long time. House of Cards. That's what Netflix was. That was one of the first original Netflix joints. Right? So should he be able to work? Now I know y'all thinking, well, what does this have to do with Jonathan Majors? Jonathan Majors is going through his alleged allegations of him sexual assault or domestic violence. I'm sorry, not sexual assault, domestic violence in his situation. He's been ran through the mud. You know what I'm saying? He's been dropped from all of these things or whatever. If it comes out and he gets acquitted or they don't even take this to trial, just whatever. Well, there's, you know what I'm saying, where in the court of law, it shows that he's not legally liable for anything. He didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? He gets acquitted. Should he be able to just jump back into working? Should Hollywood embrace him with open arms? Would the court of public opinion embrace him with open arms? These are the things that I wonder about when we have these high-profile sexual assault or domestic violence or just any kind of case, to where it stopped the livelihood of a person, male or female. I don't care who it is, right? When you no longer can work due to these allegations and the court of public opinion basically cancel you, what do you do? Who's to blame? Who do you talk to? Who, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the next step? What's the next step? That's what I got to say. What's the next step for any of these people? Are you gonna watch Kevin Spacey stuff? Are you gonna watch Jonathan Majors stuff? Do you believe the victims? Or do you believe Jonathan Majors? Does that matter? Is this just entertainment and I'm gonna just watch it? Do you still listen to R. Kelly music? Is 12 play on repeat? Do you still step in the name of love? Do you still wish? Do you believe you can fly? I can go on and on. Do we separate the art from the person? You know what I'm saying? That, I guess that's one of the questions. Do we do that? Do we do that? I don't know, man. I just thought this was a good, you know what I'm saying? I don't know anything about the Spacey case. I hope this was proper justice. You know what I'm saying? I know we say believe all victims, but at the end of the day, you know, sometimes they going to court, the legal system makes mistakes. The legal system is not perfect. Is this one of those times where it's not perfect, or do you feel that he was fully acquitted? Let's get into these comments. See what these comments say. Nico, we'll talk off screen, man. We'll talk off screen. Serenity says, I did Kevin Spacey. He has a great body of work. Right. Nico says, the only thing I liked him in was Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and Superman Returns. Well, Nico, I'm gonna advise you to go and watch some Kevin Spacey stuff, man. He's got more than just that. He has a dope body of work. Kevin Spacey is one. I'm trying to tell you, Kevin Spacey, when he was working, he was him. Kevin Spacey was him. Great actor, but a weirdo. Yeah, you know, most artistic, you know, they be weird. I give you that. Me Too caught a lot of people. Some allegations were legit. Some people were just trying to jump on a wagon. Acquittal doesn't necessarily mean people will be checking for him. We shall see. Great point. Acquittal doesn't mean that in the court of public opinion, I've acquitted your ass, right? And that's why I asked the question of, do we separate the person from the art? Do we separate the person from the art? They should is common sense. And on top of that, she recanted her statement. I'm guessing you're talking about Jonathan Majors. It's a lot going into that. You know, I don't know if the reports of her recanting her statement, I don't really know how true that is. I think when they said the recantment of the statement, meaning in those text messages, she was saying that this, you know what I'm saying, it didn't happen that way. But I don't know if we got an official recant, if you understand what I'm saying, where it's in paperwork, signature, things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? Affidavit signed saying that I recant my statement. I don't know. Her just telling the police no, he didn't do it doesn't mean that necessarily. I don't look at that as a recant. Serenity says Majors goes to trial next Thursday. Okay, I'm gonna be checking for that. Fuck Robert Kelly. Absolutely the fuck not. The art can't be separated all the time. Sometimes the art provides the resources for monsters to be monsters. True indeed. Well, let me ask you this, Serenity. What if he just no longer got paid from those albums? What if he didn't get paid from that music? What if it was every time you stream or listen, you know what I'm saying? If you already bought the CD, you've already given the money. So we ain't even gonna talk about the physicals. But when it comes to streaming, whatever your DSP is that you're listening to, and you put on that 12 play, or you put on that bump and grind, you put on that You Remind Me Of, you put on, and you just have the R. Kelly playlist rocking, and he didn't see a single dime from that. What would that, how would you take that? Because now he's not getting any resources from that. That's just a question. I'm just asking. I don't think there's a right or wrong to that. I'm just asking. D. Stizzle says, depends on what's in an actor's contract. They can sue for damages. Right. That's another thing too. Ooh, I like that you brought that up. Would he had a case before this case? Kevin Spacey. I'm talking Kevin Spacey. He had a case before this case. They acquitted him also. It was also like a sexual assault type case. They acquitted him too. And not only did they acquit him, they awarded him damages. I don't know how much that will play into the part of public opinion, but they said, no, you have to pay Kevin for even bringing this bullshit up. I don't know if it was bullshit or not, because you know what I'm saying, I didn't keep up with the case, but what I read was he was paid damages due to them, you know what I'm saying, due to the false allegations. That's what I understand. I have a daughter. The inspiration behind many of those songs were little girls my ears won't allow. I'm just asking. I know people who still rock with Robert Kelly's music. I know people who don't. I think, you know, it's your prerogative. It's your prerogative. I'm just asking because you did bring that up about resources, and I think that's a good way to look at it. I don't want to give this man resources to even if he is a predator or whatever we're considering Robert to be. I don't want to give him money to help him be a predator or help him come after these victims. I'm with you. Can't say I'm not with you. I understand that. Understand that. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this Kevin Spacey situation. I'm gonna keep my eye on it. Me myself, I wouldn't mind seeing Kevin Spacey back to work. I think, like I said, I think he's him. He's a dope actor. He's been acquitted. I didn't follow the case. I don't know. I don't have any dog in this race. I don't know how the victims feel. I don't even know how Kevin Spacey feels. Me, and I guess my selfish ass wouldn't mind seeing Kevin Spacey back putting in that work. That's all I got to say. I wouldn't mind him back on screen putting the work in and doing something dope. And if the court of public opinion does not allow him to do so, then we see where, because the whole thing when you're famous, when you're a fixture or face of something, you're only as good as your audience allows you to be, right? Only as good as your audience allows you to be. And that's just on everything. That's just how it is. That's just on everything, man. All right. That's the wrong one. Is it? Yeah. But let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. What's next? Main topic. Let's get into this main topic. Can we? Shall we? Shall we talk this secret invasion and how it was just This made me bad. This made me mad, man. Made me mad, man. The finale, a lot of potential, man. You know what I'm saying? They hyped this thing up as some paranoia-laced super spy thriller, you know what I'm saying? Stacked with this talent. Samuel L. Jackson, Ben Mendelsohn, Don Cheadle, Olivia Colman, Amelia, what's her name? The Queen of Dragons. I can't remember her name right now. Started off strong, man. The first couple episodes, you know, they was genuinely suspenseful. It was kind of like, damn, I can't wait to the next one. Can't wait to the next one. It was like they were just stringing us along. Can't wait to the next one. Damn, okay. They might do it. That's how it was every episode. They might. Shit. They might. That's every episode was like that. So I'm gonna give them kudos. I'm gonna give Marvel props for that. Every episode, you was like, shit. Amelia Clark, right? Amelia Clark. Oh shit. Oh, okay. It can get there. I'm just waiting on them to turn the corner. Just every episode was like that. Finale comes through. I said, oh, I see where the money's at. Here go the 200 million that they say they spent on this 200 plus million. Fell flat. It was predictable. The action was it was all right. But at the end, there was no real stakes. And I know they tried to make it seem like, oh, they cloned a lot of people or they took over a lot of people at the end, how they tried to do that. But do you really care? Did they make you care that the Skrulls have taken over these people, regular? Did they really, you know what I'm saying? Nothing about this show made you care for the future. And I don't want to jump ahead, but I think they destroyed the future. I think they destroyed the future of the MCU with what they did. The finale, one of the biggest things, it was just too predictable. Too predictable. From the moment the first Skrull was revealed, it was pretty clear who was going to be a Skrull and who wasn't. We already knew Rhodey was going to be a Skrull, right? No big surprises. They killed off Maria Hill. That was probably the biggest thing in this, right? When they killed Talos, that didn't matter. Seemed like to me maybe Ben Mendelsohn didn't even want to be in the show the way they killed Talos off. They killed him, you know, made him a sucker. Talos is a sucker. Nick Fury is a sucker. Everybody in this movie was or in the show was suckers who you thought wasn't gonna be who you thought, excuse me, who you thought was gonna be elevated to be the man. They were suckers, straight busters. So no real surprises. No suspense, no real suspense in this show, man. No real suspense in this show. The fight scene was cool, right? But nothing really stood out. It was what the fight scene between Gaia and Gravik. It was cool, right? You got because now you're like, okay, that's where the money at. But then at the same time, you're scratching your head like, what the fuck? Like, what the real fuck is going on here? What is really going on? These two fighting shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? The most they now, after going inside of whatever it is to become Super Skrulls, they became the most powerful beings in the. I don't even think y'all understand. These two entities, Gravik and Gaia, became the most powerful entities in the MCU. Full stop. The most powerful beings in the MCU. They became gods practically. Let me see. Hold on. I need to find out all the DNA that was given to Gravik and Gaia. Hold on. Uh-oh. Let me find this real quick. Why is that moving like that? What is going on? Let me find this DNA. I need to find all of this. All right. Did they got it? Is this it? We'll just start with some of them. Captain America, superhuman strength, speed, and agility. Thor, the power of Thor, superhuman strength, durability, the ability to control lightning. I wonder if she can lift Mjolnir now. Hulk, kind of a redundant power, but you know, why do I need Captain America if I got Hulk or Thor? I don't get that. Just redundancy. Superhuman strength, durability, and the ability to transform into a green giant monster. Right? That's Hulk. Black Panther. A lot of people didn't know that. It was on the side. It said Black Panther. Enhanced strength, speed, and agility, as well as the ability to control the kinetic energy of his punches. Now that would be if it was the suit. Winter Soldier, another redundant fucking power. It's the same power as Captain America. Enhanced strength, speed, and agility. Right? Captain Marvel. So this is where you now go from, okay, she dope, right? Or they're dope. Because I ain't even got into the crazy shit. Captain Marvel, who was at one point in time, and I think still is, they called her the most powerful being in the universe, next to Thanos. And I ain't even got there yet. Captain Marvel, superhuman strength, speed, and durability, as well as the ability to fly and absorb energy. Basically like a living sun, right? Let's see if they got everything else. Shit, hold on. We're gonna get down to this, man. We are gonna get down to this. So he had all the Avengers, like I said, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Black Panther, Winter Soldier, Captain Marvel. He had that. DNA from Thanos. Thanos' DNA. Guardians of the Galaxy. He had Gamora, Drax, Mantis, Groot. Like this, they just became the ultimate being. How do you stop this? How do you stop this? Going forward, you can't stop this. Gamora, Groot, Valkyrie, Abomination. You already got Hulk. What you need Abomination? That's the same fucking thing. I forgot they had Ghost, right? When she was doing the phasing stuff. Korg, the Cronin, the Rock. That's when she was doing the Rock stuff. Ebony Maw. The great, you know what I'm saying? Not only is he a telekinetic, he's also a wizard. You know what I mean? Proxima Midnight. I don't even know what her power will consist. She's just strong, I guess. Corvus Glaive. Coil Obsidian. They had the Frost Beast from Jotunheim. Now, where did they even get that from? When did the Frost Beast show up? Chitauri, you know what I'm saying? All of this is now in the Super Scroll. How do you stop Marvel? Please listen to me. Listen to me. There is nothing, nobody is stopping this. If she says, fuck, even the Sentry, if they do bring the Sentry in, he don't stand a fucking chance. He don't stand a chance. Even if they would have just had Thanos' DNA. Did you see the way Thanos wrecked shop without breaking a sweat on all the Avengers? Without, let me say this again, without the glove, without the Infinity Gauntlet. Then you add in Thor, who is a god, just to let you know. You add in Hulk. You add in Ebony Maw, Mantis, and another thing, they just knew how to use this power set. They just knew how to use it. She knew how to use Mantis' shit. She knew how to use Ebony Maw's telekinetics, or he did. They didn't strain. They weren't trying to learn. This was just out the gate. Out the fucking gate. They was good to go. It's weird. I don't know Marvel, what are you doing? Who was in this writing room? It failed the finale failed to capitalize on the paranoia, the mistrust. Who's who, what's what. They set up a lot of ideas for who the Skrulls is and infiltrating stuff, but they never really gotten to it. They never really gotten it. That's why this shouldn't have been a show. This should have been the impact of this should have been a phase. Y'all also fucking worried about the multiverse, that boring ass shit. The multiverse is boring. No stakes in the multiverse. Who the fuck cares about the multiverse? Skrulls infiltrating every structure of government, every world power. You don't know who's who. Shit, you can pull strings from here and there. That would be dope. Not the multiversal shit. No disrespect to Kang, but fuck Kang. When it comes to something as big as this, Skrulls infiltrated the whole MCU. You don't know. Is Captain America a Skrull? Is Nick Fury a Skrull? Thor, Hulk? All of these people. Captain Marvel. But look at this shit now. You don't. Neat little bow they wrapped it up in. They did it again. Marvel just marveled again. Every finale, CGI fest, big battle. Every finale, they do that. Every finale. A lot of potential that it just didn't live up to, man. They needed to focus on the espionage. They needed to focus on the mistrust, the paranoia, the who's who. Let Nick Fury be Nick Fury. You gave us this lame Lame ass Nick Fury, man. You didn't give me a Nick Fury that was really trying to save the world. I'm gonna call in every chip because this shit, how big this shit is. Oh, I can only do it. I'm the only one who can save the earth. Bullshit. What do you mean? Scrolls and super scrolls? And you the only one who can save the world? Why? Because you Nick Fury? I'm Nick fucking Fury. I'm the only one who can save the world. Marvel, what? Who wrote this shit? Who made me waste my time? It felt rushed. They was trying to cram a lot of this stuff in it. Plot points being underdeveloped. Pacing was uneven. Bad. Marvel, you got to learn. Got to learn from these mistakes. Got to learn from these mistakes. Let's see what the chat talking about. Just talking about that just hurt my feelings, man. Hurt my feelings. Nico says, my live stream for last night spoke on Secret Invasion and the way they could do the invasion of Wakanda. Now that I'm hearing they effed up the finale, tells me different. Yep. Wrapped up in a neat little bow. Indeed. Agreed on Maria Hill. I'm wondering if she didn't want to be in the MCU. I don't think that's what it is. I don't think that's what it is. I think they was trying to get a good moment out of us. Have us talking, which they did. We talked about Maria Hill, you know. But to have us talking and shit. But it didn't what Maria Hill's death didn't do nothing. That's another thing too. Maria Hill's death, it didn't really do nothing. It didn't change the course of what was going on. Talos, his death didn't change the course. You know what I'm saying? So Nick Fury should have been motivated by the death of Maria Hill to really get into some Nick Fury mode. He didn't. He didn't. Maria Hill died and he was still moping around. You know what I'm saying? Still moping around. Talos died. Talos should have got Gaia to just go crazy. Her mom died. Talos died. She should have went 8 nuts. But she kind of was like, I guess I'll go kill Gravik. Like there was no real emotion behind Talos dying. And Gaia stayed in the human form for that fight. Yeah, she didn't even turn into a Skrull. And her, which is crazy because her whole thing was about living in the skin that we her and what was her name? She ended up telling us her real name was Vara, but Priscilla, their whole being, you know what I'm saying, reason that they were there was to, I guess, get people to understand to be who you are, no matter what. So their whole shtick was being the skin that you are. But I think that might have been a budget issue. Because Gaia should have been, every chance she got, she should have been walking around in her green skin, looking like a Skrull. Then you had the perfect opportunity to do so, and you didn't do it. Gravik was a Skrull. He didn't have to be that. He could have stayed the face that he took from the first guy he killed, right? He could have did that, but he didn't. He said, fuck, I'm going all out. Going all out. Yeah, it was odd. That's what I'm saying. It's odd. Technically, Gaia is a guy, so that's to be expected. We're not talking about the name Gaia. We know who she was named after. I get it, but in this, no. I like that though, Serenity. I like that. Gaia should have been the antagonist, Queen Veronki or Abigail Brand, and something. I'm with that. That's what should have happened. But see, this is what happens when you don't allow the people, the showrunners, the writers, the directors, to go back and read the material. Right? That's what happens when you don't allow nerds on the set, people who actually understand and read the comics. When you don't allow that on the set, then this is what you get. This is what you get. An uneven story that really don't connect to nothing. Why why Carol didn't show up? What was Carol at this whole time? Hell, she failed at the mission of helping find the Skrulls a home world, which is weird. Guardians of the Galaxy go to different worlds every fucking chance they get there on a new world. They could have easily called up Star. Hey man, what's going on? Y'all know any worlds that's vacant that we can put these scrolls on? Hell, this last Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, they blew that planet up, but it seems to me it's plenty of habitable planets out there. The Kree, they should know these planets. Crazy, man. OP times 9, OP times 100. Who's stopping her? And let me say this, with the powers that they both got, and it's stupid how they got their powers. She dressed up as Nick Fury to go to the scroll, I guess New Scrollos is what they was calling it. She shows up dressed as Nick Fury. Gravik is there thinking it's Fury, which so Skrulls don't have a detection system for themselves, which is it's weird to me. I think the whole Secret Invasion, this whole storyline is weird. The technology was just boof, was just trash. The technology was horrible. Nick Fury running around with 9mm pistols shooting at you. Are top shield agent number 1. What are laser pistols at? What are laser guns? What are dope ass explodey bombs at? What a jetpack that Nick Fury is known for having? Where are the LMDs? Where's the real tech? It's like y'all forgot. Remember, Nick Fury they were looking at the Tesseract to use it as a weapon. When we are first introduced to Nick Fury as being Nick Fury proper, not him showing up in Iron Man. But when we got to really see Nick Fury be Nick Fury, what was Shield doing? I'll wait. Come on, Marvel. They was running tests on the Tesseract to see how they can use it as a weapon. Hydra had been using the Tesseract as a weapon since World War II, remember? So we've been having laser guns from Hydra since World War II, but Shield is running around with regular projectile ass bullets. Fuck out of here, man. Come on now. So are we looking forward to the rest of Phase 5 with the open mind, or y'all jaded? I'm jaded. I'm jaded. I don't. My faith, they didn't restore my faith with this shit. Because the potential was there. It's like I said, every week, it's like y'all would just. They kept moving the goalposts every week. Oh shit. Nah, we're gonna kick this can down. Oh shit. No, kick the can. We got him. No. Instead of having multiple super scrolls with different power sets, they gave everything. Come on, man. It would end. What weakness does she have? She got the extremist. She can heal. Telekinesis, super strength, durability, energy absorption, whatever you want to call it, being able to project energy, survive in space, Hulk out, Abomination out, whatever you want to call it. Mantis powers of persuasion, group powers. I'm surprised they ain't had Rocket. We didn't have no Rocket Raccoon then now, to make her super smart. This could have been like V, the final battle, but with superheroes, right? Could have been, but it didn't. Secret Invasion is too big to be relegated to a TV show. It could have been right. This was instead of focusing on the multiverse, they should have focused on this. And I guess the movie Eternals just don't exist. I guess the things that happen in Eternals didn't exist. Arishem, the judge, big giant godlike figure, showed up in the sky and told Earth, "I will be back to judge you." But don't nobody give a fuck about that. That's not a major concern. That hasn't been brought up in one. Hey, you remember the big red dude that showed up in the sky and said he'll be back to judge us? That was some weird shit. Or the other motherfucker, Tiamat, that's just sitting out in the ocean head out, just sitting in the middle of the ocean. Big giant god mechanical beam just sitting in the ocean. Don't nobody get too fucks about that. Oh, boats would just say, we'll go around. Planes flying over there. If you look to your left, you'll see Tiamat, the celestial, who got stuck in Earth as he was trying to come out. Like, come get the fuck out of here, man. Several LMDs could have helped Nick Fury. Right. Give me that shield tech. This is shield. Nick mostly had Walmart great value tech. Yeah. This shit was Dollar General tech. Is what he had. They tried to say he had, they gave him the little face changer that the Black Widows have. They gave him the little be able, when he was looking for people in that first episode, that tech, I guess. Whatever, man. The fact that we didn't get the T'Challa versus the big ass Super Scroll tells me they didn't want to make money. Once again, a missed opportunity. Guy could destroy Galactus, the living tribunal, eternal. Right. I'm gonna go back to this company. Nico, I don't think this was the spot for T'Challa. Could he have showed up? Yeah, but I don't think this was the spot for T'Challa. I really don't. I want him back too, but I would. I wouldn't have brought Secret Invasion. I wouldn't have brought him. Now, what I would have done, right? Because they got the DNA. I'm guessing it would have to be T'Challa's DNA, because this was done during the battle, the end game battle or whatever. Not was it end game? Either way, it was done when they was fighting Thanos, which means that's when T'Challa was Black Panther, not Shuri. So, going forward, since T'Challa died of some, I can't even say it with a straight face. Since T'Challa died of some random illness, if they came back and said that Gaia is now slowly dying or her powers is being burnt out due to T'Challa's DNA, I can't even say it with a straight face, man. Maybe they could implement that into being a storyline, because she ain't got no weaknesses. What's her weakness? What is her weakness? They just totally fucked the MCU up going forward. Ain't no need for Carol Danvers no more. I got Gaia. No need for the Hulk no more. I got Gaia. She's the one-man Avengers. One-man Avengers. I gotta go, but I'll check out it. Yeah, all right, Serena, appreciate it. I appreciate you, man. Everybody who show up, I appreciate it. Come back and check it out later, man. I'm gonna probably do another video on this. All I'm saying is the speech T'Challa gives before they fight the Skrulls outside the gates of Wakanda could have been cinematic gold. Just right, but see, in this show, no. Now, if like what me and D Stizzle is saying is as a big phase moment, kind of like in the comics, how in the comics, and Secret Invasion spread throughout all of the Marvel universe in the comics. That's why we were saying it should be a phase. Not, you can't regulate this to a 6-episode show, and every episode is 30 minutes to 36 minutes long. We didn't get a long episode whatsoever out of this. Nothing was long. It was quick bites of stuff, right? Now, if you would have did it in phases, if this would have spread throughout, Shang-Chi, Captain Marvel, or the Marvels, what else just came out? Guardians of the Galaxy. We had the Thor movie that came out. What's his name? Doctor Strange. If they were remember, we got Skrulls in WandaVision. They could have took that. They could have, if they wanted to, they started with WandaVision with the new phase. They showed Skrulls in it, which means they had a Skrull plan at some point. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't use it. Skrulls should have been showing up in all of those movies. Doctor Strange, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Spider-Man. All of they should have showed up. They should have been planting the secret invasion seeds throughout the movies. And maybe they did. Maybe I need to go back and watch. But the only thing I vividly remember, Skrull showing up was in the end of WandaVision. So every opportunity was there for them to just, put little plot threads going forward that I can go back and pull on and use. I wasn't expecting any version. Me neither. I wasn't expecting to try. This isn't the show for today. And that's what I'm saying. This isn't the show for T'Challa. I'm surprised they even had the Black Panther DNA on the computer screen that they showed. But now I wasn't expecting T'Challa. Nope. I doubt they'll use her again in the future. She could already be forgotten. But they can't use her. Use her to do what? She is now, there is no stakes now because of her. There are no stakes now because of her. What? She's going to work for the UK government now. Which not only makes the UK government the most powerful force in the world. I'll say that. Great Britain, the UK government now is the most powerful force in the world. Who's stopping them? Not Wakanda. Not the way they got bitch slapped in that last movie. Not Atlantis or Telecon or whatever they called it. Who is stopping the Brits? Nobody is stopping the Brits. She would be the boss. Gaia would be the boss. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be some other superheroes popping up, in the UK. But who is stopping Gaia? If Gaia wanted, if she's really going to be doing the quid pro quo with the British government, who the fuck is stopping that? Nuclear bomb? Fuck a nuclear bomb. We got Gaia. We got the nukes pointed at you, UK. Who the fuck cares? I got Gaia. So I got Gaia. That's always going to. So I got Gaia. So we got Gaia. I got a Hulk. So I got Gaia. We got Thor. So I got Gaia. But how can they use it? They just totally flubbed the future of the MCU. They're gonna have to reboot this. It's Secret Wars has to be a reboot. It has to be. Secret Wars has to be a reboot with the worlds colliding on each other, things blow up. They now have to merge these different universes together and form one new 616 or whatever they're calling it in the MCU. They got to. That's the only way going forward. They don't have no stars no more. Robert Downey's gone. Chris Evans is gone, which means Captain America, Iron Man, they're gone. That was their face cards. That was the people who was bringing the audience to the theaters, getting the butts in the seats. Scarlett Johansson is gone. All the OG Avengers are gone. Hawkeye, I don't, salute to him. I don't know what his rehabilitation is like after his accident that he had. Jeremy Renner. Chris Hemsworth is still playing Thor, but he has his reservations on the way that they've made his character such a joke, a parody of itself, a caricature, if you will. No original OGs. This MCU has become so convoluted. So convoluted. We still haven't even got to the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. Do you know what the X-Men bring? How many characters and mutants and things that they're their own universe by themselves. And you want me to try to keep up? Oh man. All I'm saying is if T'Challa showed up in that casket and then turned green. But right. So what I'm saying is, Nico, that should have happened instead of T'Challa showing up at the end. They could have panned to the casket and him being green or some shit like that. And then said Black Panther will return. And you know how they do it in. They could have did something like that. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. She's the Marvels. Oh man, Dr. Manhattan. Yes, she is. She is. Only thing I guess now, and she might have it, matter manipulation. I don't know if she can manipulate or reality warp. What shit? Do they have Wanda's DNA? Because I remember one time she looked like she had moved fast. I thought maybe that was Quicksilver's DNA, but now I want to know if she got Wanda's DNA. Now that you said that, if she got Wanda's DNA, it is really. If she got Wanda's DNA, if she got the Scarlet Witch DNA, it is game over for real. I ain't even think about it because, oh man, it's game over. That's it. The Harvest. That was the wackest MacGuffin. That's the wackest MacGuffin in the world. What Doctor Strange's DNA really wouldn't Doctor Strange's DNA really wouldn't do it because he's just a human, right? He learns magic. So his DNA, anybody can learn, because they had, remember the first Doctor Strange, the one dude who went there because his legs was broken and he learned magic and then he left. So in my opinion, the way I look at it, it's not like DC where you have to be born or have magician blood in you to be able to use magic. In Marvel, you can just use magic if you go out, open your mind up to it and learn magic. So I don't think it's a DNA thing. But Wanda, Wanda's a mutant or whatever they want to call her in the MCU. I'm dreading how they handle the mutants. It's gonna be a rough one, man. It's gonna be a rough one. It's gonna be rough. Them trying to figure out what to do with the mutants without the help of nerddom or geekdom or whatever you want to call it, people who actually live and breathe this stuff. But you're just gonna hire somebody who might have watched the X-Men cartoon as a child and said, "Oh, I like that," or have maybe seen some of the Fox X-Men movies and said, "Oh, I know about X-Men. I've watched all the movies." Oh no, man. We're done. We're done. They could have come back and said T'Challa was dealing with creating the intergalactic empire of Wakanda. Then they could have made that little T'Challa Star-Lord can. The from What If? But see, this is what I'm saying. So you gave us What If. To me, What If could serve as, since they want to do this multiversal shit, What If serves as the different worlds that are gonna collide, right? Because we're talking now we're getting into Secret Wars territory. So every What If story was a universe that is now being broken or colliding. Hell, it could have been broken because of Ultron in the What If show. Implement that into this MCU proper. The different worlds colliding, the Watcher and all of these things. And I think you might be able to do something with that. But going forward, if they're going forward this way, I kept trying to tell people about these writers and these showrunners writing themselves into corners, not understanding what was before them and what's supposed to come after. I think we gave too much to Kevin Feige. I think before Kevin Feige was fully in charge, that's when you had the great movies. Jon Favreau doing Iron Man. I forgot who did Captain America, but then we get into Thor. Avengers was done by some nerds, or by a nerd, which was Josh Whedon. And some people might not like him, but Josh Whedon does his shit. The Russo brothers. I want to say Coog, but Coog lost his mind. Ryan Coogler lost his mind. But that first one, banger, right? Banger. And I think that's because they all understood the assignment. I don't think that these writers, I don't think that these showrunners, I don't think that these producers, I don't think they understand the assignment. They lost it. They lost it. And now they're just going to grab people who, for one thing, I don't want to call them activist writers, but they're more concerned about the social issues that's going on in the world instead of making this world the right way. If you understand what I'm saying. So it's like Marvel to get, high-fived for going to get who did Eternals? I think her name was Chow, right? Who won, she won the best picture for director, Academy Award for director. So I'm not saying she's a bad director, but that doesn't mean that she was a good fit for a Marvel movie. That doesn't mean that she know her Marvel stuff. Just saying. Just saying. I wonder if Wanda will even be a mutant. I don't know. Everybody's a mutant now. Shit. You a mutant, I'm a mutant. We all mutant. Don't let them touch Storm Lord, please. We don't need them messing up another African character. Hey, look on the bright side, though. At least we get a great Transformer Beast Wars film. Shit, they confirmed that G.I. Joe was watching them the entire time. Now, that's dope. But people over there are trying to respect the lore and the things that came before them. Now, Transformers itself is a convoluted ball of whatever you want to call it, whether it's good or bad. It's all convoluted. You know what I'm saying? Different characters coming in and out. We don't know who's the real Gavatron. There's two Gavatrons, a couple of Megatrons running around. Rodimus Prime, Optimus Prime. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot going on in the lore. When I talk about the lore, like from Generation 1 comics, even if you want to include the Generation 1 cartoons, Beast Wars, what was after Beast Wars? I can't remember after Beast Wars. Then you get Armada. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot going on. But I dug that Transformers. I'm just saying there was a Doctor Strange scroll in comics. That's why I mentioned. Oh yeah, I know it was a Doctor Strange. I'm just saying. And Scrolls should be able to use magic. If they learn magic, they learn magic. I don't doubt that a scroll can use magic. Hell, being a Sorcerer Supreme is not limited by race, from what I understand. Or species. Let me not, what I'm saying? It's not limited by that. It's just getting Doctor Strange DNA would really mean that's when I could just go and get the book of Agamotto and learn the spells. You know what I'm saying? I don't need the DNA. I just need the book of Agamotto. The MCU hasn't been clear enough on how magic users are magic compared to right. True enough. True indeed. I will give you that. Transformers been rebooted or reimagined more times than G.I. Joe. Yes, they have. Yeah. I think because Transformers is the more popular IP than G.I. Joe. I was a fan of both growing up in early 80s. Fan of both growing up, watching the cartoons. I loved when in the comics when they finally put them together. I remember I had this poster of was it Storm Shadow sitting on Starscream's shoulder or something like that? It was a dope poster, man, real dope. But yeah, I think Transformers was the better or most popular of the two. I would say that. G.I. Joe, once the cartoon ended, I remember they came back late 90s or early 2000s, something like that, tried to do a cartoon. It didn't work because I think they kind of got away from the core, Duke and all of them. Like when you get away from your core and you're not using that, you just lose a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Then you get the movie. We ain't even gonna speak on the movie. I think the second one was better than the first, but they just did that all wrong. That was a nasty movie. That was nasty, man. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about this finale, man. It's just questions. All it did, this didn't do nothing but just leave unnecessary questions for me when it came to the MCU, right? Unnecessary questions. Just bad. This was somebody who just, and this is what I think they do in these MCU writing rooms. They don't read the comments. They might Google some shit and see what was a big event that happened in the comments. Ooh, let's do Secret Invasion. Or let's do Secret Invasion. Nick Fury's on the cover. We got Nick Fury already in the MCU. But they don't read not one story. Not one comic that did nothing in this MCU or in this show showcased or mimicked, regurgitated anything out of the comics. Not that I recall. Anything out of the comics. Not a panel, not a page, not a storyline, not a thread, not nothing from the comics showed up in this. I know they couldn't use Spider-Woman. She was a big part. But you guess what? Guess who Fury was really in love with? Guess who Fury was really in love with? And he I think he ended up killing her though. Valentina. Old Val. She was a role. She played a part in this. It's a lot of people that played a part in Secret Invasion that they could have used, and they didn't because they wanted Nick Fury to be some grumpy old one man, I'm the only one who can save the world bullshitter. And he still didn't really even save the world. President old racist ass. He get on the horn in front of all, in front of God and country and tells everybody, if you see a scroll, shoot him. Basically, you know what I'm saying? Scrolls, y'all get the fuck up out of here. Y'all don't belong. Y'all not allowed. And if y'all don't go, I'm gonna sick my dogs on you and water hoses and shit like that. Then you just got vigilantes going around popping caps and scrolls, or popping caps and people that they think scrolls, because you don't know who the fuck a scroll is. But I know who could know who a scroll is. SHIELD could if they had the fucking technology. Oh man, I don't even want to get into that. Both Transformers and G.I. Joe comics told deeper stories compared to exactly. The second one let me down. The only thing good was Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. Everybody loves Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. Did you like that, Nico? Did you like the Snake Eyes movie? Did you like that Snake Eyes movie? I thought it was the way when I watched that movie, I said, okay. This was a bomb movie. And they just put Snake Eyes on it. Because that movie could have been anything. They could have titled it Revenge of the Ninja. Ninjas die only once. 2 times a ninja. They could have called it anything. Anything but Snake Eyes. Anything but Snake Eyes, and it probably would have did better. That's what I think. The expectations wouldn't have been there if it was called the ninja that jumped over the moon or some shit like that. When you put that Snake Eyes title to it, now it holds that Snake Eyes title holds weight, and you have to live up to that. In Avengers EMH, they use Mockingbird to go right. Yep, Mockingbird, which they got Mockingbird. Remember, she was in Agents of Shield. She was in Agents of Shield, and I think she left the show because she was auditioning for Wonder Woman. That's why she left the show. I forgot her name, but she leaves the show. I think she was auditioning for Wonder Woman. I think that was during the show, but they ended up canceling and not moving forward with that. And you know what I'm saying? I probably would have jumped at Wonder Woman too, to, you know what I'm saying, something like that. Facts. I didn't need to see him face throughout the film. Yeah. Yeah. True that. I think, remember in the comics, that's where they showed his face in the comics. And he was a white dude. Right. So I think they was trying to correct that wrong, I guess, since it was a straight white male with blonde hair who ended up being Snake Eyes. In this movie, they couldn't do that. So they wanted to let the audience know that, nope, this is an Asian guy. He Asian, y'all. Now understanding that the only reason why Snake Eyes, the white guy, became part of the clan of Shashki, I think that's how you say it, is because he was found with amnesia. They found him and brought him in from, I think, what was it, Vietnam, whatever war. You know, as time goes on, comics implement different wars. You know what I'm saying? Due to the time being, that's how they keep the characters young. But I think it was Vietnam or something like that, and they took him in and trained him. You know, at first they didn't want to train him, but that's the reason why. Just like people was mad at Iron. How you mad at Iron Fist? Iron Fist has always been a white dude. Then y'all get mad because it's Iron Fist is a white dude. No, he's what makes Iron Fist the complex character that he is supposed to be is because it's a fish out of water. I'm a white dude over here learning martial arts. Oh, excuse me. Not only that, I'm one of the best martial artists in the whole MCU. Maybe second to Shang-Chi and T'Challa. Maybe. But, you know. What if Varanki was Maria Hill? Ooh. I think they're going to turn, I think Varanki is Priscilla. Look at the name. Her given name at the end, she said, call me Vara. Vara. If you take off the NKE of Varanki, what's that? What's that? I don't know if that's a coincidence or not. If you take the NKE off of Varanki, so that might just be a how they changed the wording, you know what I'm saying, to try to throw us off. But she might end up being Scroll Queen, or at least in charge. She might end up being in charge. I want to go see Snake Eyes movie, and it was confusing as fuck to me. They made Snake Eyes Asian. He's actually white. They made some MacGuffin Stone. They did the clan he was a part of just as though. Yeah, no, but it was a solid movie if it wasn't a Snake Eyes movie. If you understand what I'm saying. If it wasn't a Snake Eyes movie, it was solid. But since Snake Eyes brings those expectations, like I said, that weight that's associated with it, nah. It's ain't gonna work. I mean, they should have flashbacks to the past without the mask during present scenes. Yeah, I dig that. Like I said, I don't even think we needed they could have did a flashback, but always show like the back of his head or something. Like his face should be a mystery. His face should be a mystery. You know what I'm saying? Like his face should be the MacGuffin of his story. Him being amnesiac, him not knowing what's going on. He hasn't even seen his face. They could have made that the issue. And his PTSD, he don't take his mask off. He is Woody is every day. Snake Eyes is Snake Eyes every day. He don't take his mask off. That's what I think. Yeah, agreed. Right. Nico says, if this is the 616 universe, then I hate to see the Ultimate adaptation. Hold up, isn't it MCU based? It started off being based off of the Ultimate. It started off with that. Now I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. Get ready to wrap it up. If y'all got a couple more comments, bring them in. I will address them. D Silva says Ray Park had no problem staying in full costume. That's because Ray Park is a beast. Ray Park shows up to do what he got to do and go home. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. Serenity, what up? Serenity said, I'm back. Catch me up. Where we at in the convo? I'm about to wrap up, Serenity, but basically I just went. We just shitted on this whole phase, saying that, well, not phase, but this whole series, saying that this should have been a phase. This should have been phase, what, 4 or 5 or whatever. This should have been having major implications. We went through a couple of some, you know, just how it was disappointing. We started talking about Transformers and G.I. Joe, man, just for shits and gigs. But yeah, I knew you were gonna say, look, man, I've been through the ups and downs of with MCU. The thing is, I don't even mind the downs. Like, you can't be perfect forever. You can't ride the wave all the way to the beach, right? It comes down. You come down sometimes. It's like, are they trolling us? Or you know what I'm saying? Is this done on purpose? What fans are you trying to cater to? I got questions when it comes to shit like that, because if I'm showing up every time you do something, I'm there to watch, buy, root for, and then I tell you, hey, this, what you did here ain't working, and I speak for the demographic, then maybe you should listen. Maybe you should listen. Maybe you should listen to me. That's all. That's all, man. Maybe you should, Marvel, Kevin Feige, maybe you should listen to me. Listen to us. I call it constructive Marvel shade. Yep. And I need them to get their act together during this strike. Hey, Blue, let's collab on a video on what they need to do when it comes to getting this MCU right, how the game. I'm with that. 1,000. Everything can be in. No, and you're right. No, everything can be in game. I don't want everything to be in game. I just want a solid viewing experience. That's it. The thing about Endgame was everything led up to that point, right? Everything led up to Endgame. I think those first couple phases, hell, the Age of Ultron could have been a phase. That's why I'm so, like, I'm with D Stizzle on. I don't know what they're gonna do with these mutants. They have so many stories that encompass so much stuff, and is it gonna be regulated to one movie or one TV show? What is that? Fatal Attraction? When Magneto ripped Wolverine's metal out his whole body. The Krakoan Age, are you doing that? Dark Phoenix Saga, you doing that? Like, get some shit. Get some shit. All right, I need you to get to work. What you gonna do? So yeah, I'm about to wrap it up, man. I am about to wrap it up. Anything else y'all want to? Endgame wasn't as good as it could have been, but that's another discussion. Fat Thor, Professor No Smash. True. Aha. You right, D Stizzle, you right. But yeah, man, let me wrap this up. So we talked about Blue Beetle. If it's gonna be a box office flop or not, I don't think it's gonna do what it needs to do. Kevin Spacey being acquitted. I'm gonna watch that, see how that turns out. He is already acquitted, but I'm gonna see what the public opinion of him is going forward. And we talked about how Secret Invasion ended in disaster and the implications it has going forward on the MCU. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, man. Replay game. Come back and holler at your boy, man. But yeah, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. I'm Bluminati. This has been Blues House Live. Peace. We out of here. Oh shit, wrong one. But we out.
Son beats.